Hain, a doe, a hain, a doe, a tree. What's tree in Irish?
Tree.
Is tree in Irish?
Yeah.
Oh, oh. Hi, welcome to the Obstinacy podcast. I'm Lukey
You're
Tuhati,
really
and
just
I'm with.
going from that to
Yeah,
the
just put that in. Just
Yeah,
put
I'm
me
leaving that
accounting in
in.
Irish,
Yeah,
and then just
that's
go from
that's
there.
that's
Okay.
staying.
Today we're gonna be talking about like nostalgia. It's our main topic is gonna be nostalgia games we played. And if you're new to the podcast, give us a like and a subscribe. Where we this is a gaming slash
There's a
pop
B in
culture
there.
podcast. Yeah, there's a what?
There's a B in subscribe.
There's a bee. I'm afraid of bees.
You said subscribe.
Oh, did I subscribe?
Subscribe, bro.
Subscribe. Yeah, there we
We
go.
don't want to confuse our idiot viewers, you know.
All two of our idiot viewers.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't know who our idiot viewers are, it's
'Cause
probably you.
yeah, if you're looking around wondering, it's
Who it
probably
is. Could
you
be
were
you.
stupid enough to click on this shit show.
Yeah, it's your fault. You did this.
Yep. So we have our beautiful host,
Boy.
Lukey Tuhati,
Aw.
and me just here for the trip. Herdy TV. I don't know why I'm here. Save me. Um,
Wait, I don't know why I'm here. Why are we here?
wait, should we just like leave?
Okay. Alright, bye.
No, wait, before then.
Thanks for watching.
I feel like more people would watch if we actually ended like
What if we
just start
Quit
intro,
and
outro, just straight up intro, outro, done, easy.
why
But,
did the LEA song come into my head?
So yeah, we're gonna do a little trip down memory lane and talk about the games we started on, but we have a few news topics, so kind of like shit that's relevant before we get there. I also want to just mention, me and Luke have been like trying to record this episode for like 45 minutes. We're just sitting here talking shit, and honestly, we should just record our random conversations rather than actually trying to record a
Do
podcast.
We went from talking about how Warzone players would be great in
Land-
Mars,
yeah,
landing on Mars.
They should be astronauts.
Yeah, in the ocean.
Yep, in the ocean. Oh god, that meme is so dead.
I know. I keep saying it though. It annoys everybody. Everybody gets so angry when you bring it up. It's great.
I hate that song so much. I liked it for like 30 seconds and then I was like, no, it's over now. Please end
No,
it.
I liked it till everyone started putting it in every other song.
Yeah, literally. It's so annoying. But yeah, have you got
Yeah,
news topics to pull?
we literally said the same thing. That's great.
That's crazy.
Uh, I have one I want to go off real quick on. Not go off. That sounds wrong. No, what I
Go
want to
off,
say real
queen.
quick. I don't really want to talk about it because it's kind of a bummer, but it also needs to be kind of sad. It's the Blizzard controversy.
Wow, ruining the vibe.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
I did
sorry.
hear about this.
Basically,
Yeah.
fuck Blizzard.
Yeah,
We
fuck,
hate Blizzard.
yeah, fuck Blizzard.
All my homies hate Blizzard.
That's it. I'm not playing Overwatch 2 now. Probably,
There's an
probably,
Overwatch 2.
I'm probably still gonna play Overwatch 2, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
Blizzard. If you don't know, you want to explain kind of what happened there,
No,
because
see,
I
I only
don't.
kind of know that. Oh, great. So there's like, you don't. You just went. You just went with it. You didn't know what it was.
No, I know what it is, but I don't want to explain it.
No. Basically,
It's kind of
there's a
fucked
lot
up.
of sexual harassment going around
Yeah,
in
there's
the
like a lot of
offices.
allegations of sexual harassment throughout the offices of Blizzard. Like, kind of like it's kind of like some weird frat boy kind of fucking cult that's going on in there.
Yeah,
It's really
and
strange.
it's especially for the people that it is. Like, it's the
Yeah.
nerdiest guys making a game, and they're like
Yeah.
thinking they're frat boys. But I think you should probably look into yourself, and we not tell you because it's not really
Mm.
our kind of story to tell. I think you should look at what other people are
Yeah,
saying
there was.
online.
They did release like a whole article about it that I seen an XUC talk about. That's where I seen it, and I seen him read through the whole article. So it wasn't just me listening to XUC random bullshit and talk as you would guess if you watch XUC. But he actually read through the article, so I've like seen the article that was talking about it. It's definitely it's oh, I'd say an interesting read, but it's kind of like it nearly is because it's like how the fuck is this
How is this?
going
How
on?
the fuck is this happening? Yeah,
Like how
did
why is that happening in like a
to
fucking
this
work
this
environment?
degree as well.
Yeah, especially in such a big company too. It's like
Yeah,
you would really expect that not to be happening in such a big company. It's a weird kind of cult that's going on in there, but hopefully it gets fixed up and hopefully the people that need to be or get the punishments they deserve and things are fixed up and because it's going to court now apparently. So
good.
yeah.
But I think you should probably read it for yourself because
Yeah,
it's not really our story
yeah.
to say,
And
if
I
you know
don't
what I mean.
remember like the exact words, so I don't want to like
Say if you say something wrong,
misinform.
everyone,
Yeah,
yeah,
God, Sheila would hate me if I did that. That's sorry, inside joke.
that's an inside joke. Yeah, well, it's an inside joke to like
Yeah.
maybe 60 people, so it's not really an inside
Yeah,
joke. But
true.
um, so to go off on that, just have a look at for yourself. You're best doing it that way because
Yeah.
we don't agree with what the Blizzard company has done and what the
I
employees
wouldn't
have
say the
done.
Blizzard company because
Company,
there's
right?
obviously
Yeah,
like very good people within the
people
company
in
that
there,
are just doing their
but
jobs, and I think they're getting too much slack for it. Like people that don't deserve it. Like I think a lot of people going on about like, oh, I'm not buying this game or I'm not buying from Blizzard because it's like paying for it, but it's like it's not like everyone in the company was a part of this. There's still
hard
people
for
that are
this. Yeah,
working hard and people that are like doing their job and they had nothing to do with it, and they you don't want to kind of badly affect them because of other people's actions. But the
but the
people,
people who've done it,
yeah,
and
it's not up to the public to go in on them. Like it's going to be settled lawfully. So, but it's still a good read if you haven't heard about it. But yeah,
yeah,
it was kind of a strange. It was a strange read when I first seen it. I was like, how? I was like, what? It was like so out of the blue as well.
because I know
Like,
it's been going on for like the last couple of weeks, but
yeah,
it's kind of like getting heavy now. So
yeah, yeah.
we kind of had to talk about it and bring it up for a second. So
Mm,
have a look for yourself. You'll find stuff on everywhere. Everywhere's talking about it. So
mm. It hasn't been happening for
yeah.
the last couple of weeks. It's been happening for the last couple of years apparently. But the
Oh
actual
no, but
the
the
topic
topic
itself has,
came up.
yeah,
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 it's finally came out.
yeah.
So moving on. Apparently, Kevin Feige said that there'd be no trailer for Spider-Man. Uh, No Way Home. Is it No Way Home? No, Far From Home. Yeah, No Way Home.
No Way Home, yeah, No Way Home is a new one. Does it mean no trailer?
No trailer for it. I'm
Probably,
really happy about that. That
yeah,
is,
it's more surprising, I guess.
you don't know how big of a like how big of a cock must you have that you have this movie
Yeah, you
and
don't
it's
need to trailer
projected to
it,
make 1 billion and you're just not going to make a
yeah.
trailer for it.
Yeah, that's some big ball moves.
That's
And
I'm happy with that
they're
though.
probably also scared of Tom Holland leaking shit again.
Yes,
Because they're just like, the less we give anybody, the better, because he's just gonna give away the whole film. I think it's
he hasn't got COVID, but they're just quarantining him for the next year so
yeah.
he can't talk to anybody.
Do you remember that live stream clip of him on like I think it was on like fucking Instagram live stream or like a TikTok
Oh,
live
he's
stream or
opened the
something?
poster.
He was opening the poster, and on the back it says "Do not show to the public." And he's like looking at the poster. He turns it around to show the poster on a live stream, and then he sees it on the back saying "Do not show to the public." And he just goes, "Oh shit!" For Infinity War, that was so
It's literally
funny.
like it's like
Yeah,
literally a comic.
it's like
Like
a
it's that's like
perfect. It's a
that's a skit that someone
yeah.
like would have
It's
loved to have made.
yeah, it's like it's just a perfect. It literally looks faked, but it's so funny. And he's done that so many times as well of things that he wasn't meant to do or meant to show, and he does by accident. Yeah, I love that
He's
guy.
great. He's him in interviews is amazing to watch.
Yeah,
But there's gonna
Tom
be
Holland's
no
a brilliant
trailer.
actor. Yeah,
That's
that's gonna be interesting.
I'm so happy with that though because I hate trailers because I watched
Does Spider-Man need a trailer though? At this point, I think that's like
no, not
it
really.
doesn't.
Once people know,
Yeah,
just they need like a reveal trailer that it's happening closer to the date,
yeah,
as in like you just hear a web noise and you just see Far From Home or
yeah. They just need
No
like
Way Home.
to tell people when it's coming out, and then other than that, they don't need anything.
Anything else? Yeah.
The only thing is,
But
if it ends up being like a flop of a Marvel film, it just looks really bad on them. That they had like
if
that much confidence, and then it's just like, well, it wasn't even that great.
if Toby and Andrew Garfield, or I said Toby because like I know him in first base.
Oh yeah, yeah. First
If they're
name.
actually in it, this is kind of helping show that there
Yeah,
is. Because if they're not gonna show them,
they're not gonna show it. Yeah, they don't want to reveal it.
so
It's gonna
this
be
will make go
interesting.
over 1 billion easy.
I hope Miles Morales is in as well. That'd be so cool.
Uh,
If they had like
I don't know if this is
a
kind of like spoiler thing, but apparently someone's been spotted in the area of it being filmed
mm,
in a like a with a like a guy, a
like
black guy with this knitted like it's the spot on the exact same haircut,
mm,
very young looking like early 20s, and he's been like spotted wearing this like big jacket walking out of like one of the I don't
let's
know, whatever
go.
the fuck they call it. So he's being like leaked to be the I don't know what his name is, but he's an actor, but he's been leaked to play Miles
Mm.
Morales.
It would have been really
But that
cool
he
if
could
they had him like
also be a random guy on set who just walked out with a jacket on.
yeah. It would have been. It would be really cool if they did it like the actual animated character within like the real life setting. Because if they're
I
in like this whole
That
like
would ruin it for me.
no, but if they did this like whole like another fucking Into the Spider Verse was like different spiders coming from like different universes, and that's what they were kind of
Yeah,
doing with this whole film. Like they're bringing Toby back and they're bringing fucking Andrew back. But if they brought like him into it, but like he's in his kind of fucking like, because the animation style in that film is so good. It's beautiful.
but it would be so distracting though. I don't think I'd, even though it would be cool.
Yeah,
It's my head couldn't take like you just have like three real
it's
life
like
people standing there and an animated character. I'd be like, no, I can't.
did you see the? It says the one who loves Sonic. Okay, man.
Yeah, but like Sonic has animated. Yeah, but no, but that's different. If that's an animated hedgehog, I can get away with that.
Yeah,
Or
this
like,
guy's always defending Sonic. Classic, classic. I'm not even surprised.
that's different because it's not a real thing. When it's a real person, it's like just make them a real person, so my eyes don't have to be hurt by this.
Yeah, the best thing about Sonic, or the most iconic part of Sonic, was that Reddit just bullied them into into fixing the film.
Thing, yeah. The whole company went under, by the way, that made the
Yeah,
movie
that's
because of
so
that.
funny.
But um, I clapped at the end of that movie. I was sitting next to Kate, and I was like, "What clap at the end of this movie?" She's
She
like,
was just
don't
covering her
clap at the end of this
face.
movie." I just stood up and went, and she grabbed my arm and forced me back down onto the seat.
I don't blame her. I would do the same thing.
It's a great movie. I was so hyped for it.
I would walk out the other side of like the Cherokee boat. Even if we were like all the way on the right, right? I would walk out left as if that was like the fastest way out of that fucking chair seating area. I would just be like, I don't know this guy at all. I would just happen to be sitting next to him, no idea who he is. Meet you in the car park. I don't want to be seen.
I won't meet you at all. We're never gonna talk again.
Podcast
I
cancelled.
said, I said that like ages ago that like last year that jokingly saying before the movie came out, this would be the best movie I'm gonna see this year. And I watched the movie and we went into a lockdown.
Yeah, yeah, I remember you saying that to me.
It
Unfortunate.
was, and it was, even though I've seen other movies in the cinema, it's the best movie I saw last year.
There really was nothing
Gen-
last year though.
No, it
Really
was
wasn't. There wasn't
everyone
much
held out,
competition. Yeah.
but yeah. Um. Oh, also Take Two is it interactive? No, I think they're just called Take Two now. There have three unannounced remasters, and I want to put every bit of money I have is that this
Take
GTA
Two.
4 is getting a remaster. Take Two. Yeah, the people that make that own Rockstar.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So I'm guessing we have a Max
I don't know.
Payne.
I don't know why Taken came into my head. I was like, Taken
Liam
2 is
Neeson is
already
just
out.
gonna remaster himself. Oh, he's gonna play Qui-Gon Jinn again because then he's remastered.
Ah, nice.
A for the four people that found that
Were they
joke
actually
funny. Thank
making
you.
another Taken film?
I hope not. How many times can your daughter get stolen? At that point, it's just bad parenting.
Enough.
You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. Why does his door keep getting taken?
It's not even hot.
Just fucking lock her in a
Don't
room,
remember what his
please.
story looked like at all.
Yeah. Just put her in a fucking fortress.
Wonder where they're putting Tom Holland for the next year.
Yeah. Her and Tom Holland just chilling in there.
I think for Tom Holland, they like made him like do really weird scenes. Like there was a Titanic
Yeah.
scene, and there was a bit where they're on Mars, just so that like people
Yeah.
would not believe what he's gonna say.
He really is just like, he is a walking advertisement.
He's a ticking time bomb.
He really is. You gotta love him. Aren't him and Zendaya together now?
Yeah, they've been spotted together.
Nice.
Mm.
My man.
Oh man, straight from Zac Efron to. Wasn't she like apparently with Zac Efron?
Yeah, I think at one point.
To Tom
That's-
Holland.
Upgrade, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
At
like
least Tom
most
Holland's actually
people's
a
like.
humble guy.
Zac Efron's humble. What are you on about?
Okay, man.
I like Zac Efron.
He's alright.
He's alright.
He's alright.
So yeah, Take Two. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get GTA 5 remastered. Definitely a Max Payne and probably Manhunt.
Why GTA 5 remastered?
Not 5.
Just,
Sorry, GTA 4. GTA 4, not GTA.
Oh.
Relax, Renate, relax. Okay, it's okay.
I was just like, can we not just have GTA 6?
Now we get GTA 4 remastered. That's what you want, isn't it?
like GTA and Avatar are just like, as we said in the last podcast, they're really just holding out against each other at this point.
You can do it live.
Who's gonna crumble first? Come on, who can hold out their
Jokes
fan
on you,
base
Nathan.
longer?
They're gonna just make a new one. They're gonna make their two new ones on the same day.
Imagine they both release on the same day.
That'd be amazing.
That would be
They want to do
great.
that. I heard they want to do that with the John Wick 4 and Matrix 4, and I'm like, I'm not sitting through two Keanu Reeves action films one after the other. As much as
That's
I
a
love them, that
lie.
would hurt.
That's a
That's
lie. You would
no,
definitely do that.
I would not. No, John Wick is like really like if they put the like if they did John Wick and then the Matrix, probably yeah. But if they put the Matrix first, the Matrix is such a like fuck with your head movie that I
Yeah.
don't want to watch that and then watch a guy start killing people because someone killed his dog.
Hey man, the
You know what
dog
I
is
mean?
important.
Wasn't he's important? He's our savior.
Doggo, good doggo. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be interesting. But are they actually coming out? When are they coming out?
They're meant to come out. I think they're meant to be out by already now by
I
the
swear,
thing. What
everything
they're-
you say these like anyone whoever says is this coming out, everyone's like it's meant to be out. Like that's just how it's
Yeah,
been
it's
since
meant to be
COVID.
out.
Since COVID, it's always everything's just meant to be out and nothing is.
So it was meant to come out in May, I think, and they're not coming out till the end of the year. Well, one of them is. I actually don't even know anymore.
Yeah, unlucky.
I've given up knowing dates.
Yeah, nothing ever
We
actually comes out when it says it's meant to come out.
will I like smoothly transition into our main topic?
Blizzard. What?
Main.
It's just referencing nothing coming out when it's meant to come out. Overwatch 2 has
Oh.
still not come out.
But that's not going to come out for ages now.
They announced that so fucking long ago. Like, I remember seeing this tweet, just a little sign up before we jump onto something else. But I remember seeing this tweet that was like, maybe Overwatch 2 was just to bring us all together.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
was just like, honestly, probably was, because I don't think it's ever coming. Ugh.
You wanna,
Oh, well.
do you want me to like really like
Actually,
truly?
one
Oh.
little before you segue. Another topic. I remember we were talking about the Olympics last week.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot more to talk about in the Olympics these days.
has
Last
he won
week,
something?
no. Last week everyone was like, or we were even saying, Olympics is kind of boring this year. There's not really much reason to watch it. The TikToks have proven me wrong. Have you?
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going exactly here now. Is it this blonde woman who was running in slow motion?
Yeah, like
Yeah, what is going on?
how does one person look so good running? Like that just doesn't fucking. Motherfucker, I come back from a run and I look like I walk through hell. Like.
I aged 2 years
She's
after every
she's
run.
running with hoops in her ears, her hair pinned back, like she's competing with supermodels while competing in the Olympics. How the fuck? How does that happen?
Someone put the
Apparently she's like
Baywatch.
6'1" or something as well.
No, you're gone.
Oh,
Well, you're like
She-
the same height as me, aren't you?
she-
Maybe a bit taller.
she can stomp on me. It's okay.
Oh, God. Relax, relax.
But then there's also the Chinese girl, the archery girl, who everyone's been simping crazy over as well.
Oh, there was
Um,
I don't know if she was Chinese. I mean,
There's another
I'm
Asian,
really
yeah,
bad.
there's another Asian girl that was doing climbing as well, which is the one you're probably gonna say there. Was it?
No, there was an Asian girl and her last name was Guy, and I was watching it the other day and I couldn't stop laughing.
Just thinking
Yeah.
back in your head the whole time.
Oh my God, her name was Guy, and anybody who's like not Irish, Guy is. Yeah, what? How do I say this in a way that's PG?
No,
It's a woman's
you got
love
it.
part.
Yeah. Love.
That's another.
That was the worst way to say it.
I know. That sounded so wrong. But yeah, it was GE, but they kept saying Guy, and I just don't know why I found it
Yeah.
so.
Other than that girl and the archery girl, the only things I've seen from the Olympics, because I haven't been watching or had time to watch it, is like just like pictures of people with like their names on the front of them and people just making jokes about their names. Like there was one guy who had his second name was Tada, and it was like when you miraculously get a gold in the Olympics, it just says Tada on his
Was the guy looked like the footballer Bruno Fernandez, and everyone like kept like
I
just
don't know,
taking the piss out of him.
I think it was some Asian guy. I think.
And then he was
I think
like,
it was Taiwan.
and then he was like, I don't know who this guy is. People keep saying I don't know who he is, but I won a medal, and no one cares.
Yeah, I think. Did you also see like the money difference people get for gold medals in the Olympics? or
I
like
didn't
different
know you
countries give.
you win money.
You get money. Each country gives, they give different amounts for gold medals. I don't know what it is for silver and bronze, but the difference is crazy. Like in America, you get like something for a gold medal in the Olympics. You get something like 30 grand.
Jesus.
Hold on. In other countries like Taiwan and stuff, they give you a mil or like nearly a mil. They give like 600,000 or 700,000 in like some of the top countries like that award them. America is stingy as fuck.
What do we give? Do we give you like 5% off like your roll in Centra?
Uh, you get a free ticket for the roll.
There's no way the Irish government giving people money.
Actually, I wonder. Uh,
Please wait while Nathan Googles
yeah,
it.
for gold medal.
It's definitely like something small. We don't give it. No way we give a load of money.
It's not even telling me. It's what the oh, article's terrible.
We'll get it
Singapore,
next
Italy.
week. Don't worry.
What the
We'll
fuck?
get it.
What
Well,
you don't get anything in Britain. That's crazy. Huh? Singapore, yeah, Singapore is the highest one, which is 669. Nice. €1,000. Then it's
well,
like Indonesia is like half that. It doesn't have Ireland here, but they go down pretty drastically after that.
we definitely don't give anyone
Australia is
anything.
like, other than Britain who gives zero, uh, their Australia gives like 13 grand. So
So little though.
yeah, like it's unfortunate, I guess. L, but
Hell,
at least we're not English, right?
yeah,
We're
there's like a
also
difference if
we're
we were. We were never gonna get into the
yeah,
Olympics.
exactly. That's what I was gonna say. As if we were ever gonna be in the Olympics. Hey man,
You have an
so
esports game level? No. Well, maybe we're fucked.
well, so you're telling me it's only athletic? You tell
But
me I have,
my wrists are athletic from this now.
have you seen my fingers?
Oh, that's been so weird.
What them fingers do now?
So this is a nice, easy, quick segue onto the main topic. See, it was so trend. No one would have noticed we changed
Yeah.
from one side of the podcast to the
How
other.
we got to the point of nearly being in esports, except not ever nearly being near esports.
I could have done Sonic esports
If that
because I don't
ever
think anyone
existed.
else would have done it.
Yeah.
If no one else would have done it, so I would have just been me and my own winning.
It's like Lewis Hamilton if all the other 19 drivers were gone.
Yeah.
He'd
Well,
still
this
just be
guy's so good. Why is no one else challenging him?
because his car is so good. And his teammate just crashes into everybody else. So
So basically, our Formula One career mode that we're doing.
yeah, it's easy. Twitch.
Twitch. Twitch.tv.
Yep.
Look at you,
Links in the description. But yeah. So where did you begin with your gaming career?
I didn't. I never played a game in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I'm just a poser. I get someone else to play on Twitch, and I live stream their live stream.
All right, guys. Catch you next week. It's been that from us.
We can't make the same joke twice in one podcast.
We made it last
I'm trying to
podcast
end the
too.
podcast. Did we?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, that's the worst running joke ever.
And we're gonna keep running it.
I don't. I only played like GTA growing up. Like I shouldn't have.
Well, that explains a lot.
I played a lot of I played GTA San Andreas so much, and then I played like a bit of Halo, and then I played Sonic Heroes. And they were like the three games that I was. Oh, Tony Hawk as well. Wasteland. They're like the four
See-
games I played the most as a kid.
The thing is, there's a bit of an age gap between me and you. What, like it's like 2-3 years? 2 years?
Wait. I
I'm
think 3
19
years.
this year. What are you this year?
I'm 22 this year.
Yeah, so I was like, huh? Yeah, so it's only 3 years.
Yeah,
So-
there's 3 years age gap. So I got like, you got better shit than I did.
Yeah, true. But the thing is, though, I also grew up with my uncles because, like, my mom had me very young, so she was like 18 having me. So when I was growing up, I was still kind of like growing up as if they were my brothers, pretty much. So like, and they were all like the next oldest from me. My ex uncle's only 3 years old. Like he's as old as you are, same age as you. And then there's like another 3 years between him and his next brother. So I was kind of like playing the games that they were playing, and like even though I was a kid and I was ass at them, I still like remember a lot of them, and I spent a lot of time with them and playing them, even just like chilling. Because they always had Xboxes, like the late, like Xbox 360s, PS3s, and all that shit, PS2s, like all the originals. So like growing up, I had all of them, and so there's not even that much of a gap because I was still playing them at a younger age than most people really would.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of the games I was kind of playing when I was younger, which um, was like I played a lot of FIFA because they always played loads of FIFA. Never touched it since FIFA 17 because it's ass. And I played a lot of COD, GTA
Oh,
here and there.
I played COD as well. That's another one I forgot.
Yeah, I played a lot of COD. COD was obviously because it was booming back then, like booming. But that was like the golden era. But yeah, I played a lot through like Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. I played like every single COD since World at War, and then a lot of all the old FIFAs, and there was kind of like loads of just random games here and there, like whatever was kind of like Halos. I played a lot of them back in the day. Um, so yeah, a
You
lot
ever
of
like
as you can see, a lot of mine
popcorn?
are kind of FPS games, which is why I'm kind of just always drawn to FPS
That's
games.
fair.
So it's just like when my friends are like play League, I'm like shut the fuck up. No gun in hand, no play. Okay, motherfucker. It's,
We go out
like,
and play football in the field. Sorry, where's the gun in that, Luke?
yeah. Okay,
Um,
thank God we're not in America. God bless
oh Jesus
us.
Christ.
Oh, classic.
Yeah, no, I grew up like I'm an older brother who's 8 years older than me.
Hmm.
So I got older shit than I should have as well because I like if he was playing it then I was playing it.
Yeah.
So I was like growing up on basically PS1, PS2, and an original Xbox. That's kind of what, and a Game Boy. So
Yeah,
that's like
Game Boys
what I
were
had as a
classic.
child,
Oh, I played
basically.
so much Pokemon when I was younger. Pokemon was goaded. Like I
I've only finished the same one. I keep playing the same fucking one
I remember playing
every
like
time.
Emerald. What was the fucking like fire version of that?
Fire Red.
Fire Red.
No, Fire Red. No, Fire Red was before Emerald. No,
Yeah,
no, it wasn't. It was. It was. They were the same ones
yeah, they were like in the same
because
fucking because they had
Fire
like three
Red's
of
the
them,
one.
and they had
Fire
the
Red's the
water
one
one
I
as well, right?
finished. Oh, they had the green, red, and the blue one, I think.
Yeah, I think I played all of those. I don't remember. I remember I played Emerald the most for sure.
I played Fire Red the most, but the issue is that if you've played Fire
I
Red,
played a
it's
lot of
the
Fire Red
same
too.
map. It's
Yeah,
the same map as Pokemon Go. Not Pokemon Go, sorry, Pokemon Let's Go.
Pokemon.
And then there's another one that I don't know. I've played another one. I think it was like Platinum maybe, and it's the same map again. So there's like three Pokemon games with the same map.
Mm.
They're the ones I finished. So there's apparently different Pokemon games I haven't played
Yeah,
because the ones I play are all the like same.
yeah, a lot of my uncles were really into Pokemon as well when they were younger. So we all I always had like Game Boys, DSs, and just played them all on those. Which it's kind of surprising that I don't really like kind of handheld games anymore. I
But
just
yeah, they've kind of died off though because like
yeah, I do want to get like I would play Sword and Shield now if I could get a hold of my brother's Nintendo Switch, but I'm not buying one for myself because
sure we could play Mario Kart on it then.
Mario Kart's always just kind of bore me. Like
Oh, it was so
I
fun.
loved them when I was younger. I
Okay.
used to play Mario Kart so much and all the Mario games, but these days I just don't really. I think it's just that I don't even get the nostalgia kick off it really, which is weird because I used to play them so
Weird.
much.
The new
Like
one's fucking
I
great
enjoy
though.
them sometimes. Like if I'm playing them, like if I'm actually playing them, like even just the uh fucking Mario Bros. But like I like them games. I used to play them so much as well. But
I never played a lot of platformers, even though I'm a big Sonic fan, which is like a
no,
basically every Sonic
I
game.
always played Mario in the platforms.
Fucking like I like Mario 64 a lot. I
Mario
liked
64 is good.
I like Mario Sunshine. Not
Did you
Sunshine.
ever play
Which one's
Spyro?
Sunshine? Spyro
Spyro was a
so good.
classic. That
Though I
game.
think Crash was better, even though I just said I don't
Yeah,
like platformers. But
Clash was really good too. I love both of those games. I wonder if the new Ratchet and Clank is apparently not meant to be great.
I've heard that. Yeah, my mate Dean was telling me that was
Yeah,
fucking like unbelievable. The new Crash Bandicoot was terrible, by the way.
wasn't it
Like the one
like
they made.
the Ratchet and Clank one?
No, no, they
Oh, the
made
new
like
actual game. Yeah, yeah,
it's terrible.
yeah.
Like
That's what I heard. Yeah, I heard it was really bad. It was kind of like just kind of fighting bosses that are pretty similar most throughout the game, and it's just like kind of
constantly moving.
repetitive. Yeah,
Yeah, like the constant moving map as well, which is like
yeah.
no one cared for.
Mm. That's what I heard a lot about that. That was kind of shitty, unfortunate, but
But I
I
played a
guess
lot
the
as a
thing is,
kid as well.
I think for a lot of games like that, like old games, to remake them at this point, even though you're like making the graphics better and you're doing this and that, I don't think it's. I think it's very hard, and I think this is the problem with COD as well. Is why people hate COD these days, because they're trying to keep up with the modernness of games today, but they're also trying to keep that nostalgia thing that no one's ever gonna have. Like, even if you go back and play Black Ops 2 now, you're not gonna have you're not gonna have that nostalgic feeling you think you're gonna have. And I think
No,
people
I
expect that when CODs come out, that they're gonna have they're gonna feel like the old days of COD, but then they also want the game to be running flawlessly or like to be perfect. But the old CODs weren't perfect,
on
and
the
it's like
damn bits with fucking glitches
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, but it's like, but people want them to be flawless. But like, a lot of the fun was with all the like fucked upness. Like, we all like there's if you're sitting there and you're telling me right now you played games back in the day and you didn't fuck with every single glitch you could possibly do, you were lying to me because we all did it. Like messing with glitches, trying to get out of maps, breaking the game was like one of the funnest parts of games. But now everyone wants games to be like flawless because games have gotten to this like really weird, which I hate, but I also fall into is like the competitiveness, and I know you hate that.
I hate
Like
competitiveness.
games have just gotten to this point where they have to be flawless because everyone wants to do it competitively, and there's not really like much room for fun in that because like you can't even just go on COD anymore and just fuck around for fun and do this and that. And maybe if you're just playing with friends and talking to friends, it's funny because you're like talking to them, but the actual game doesn't really have that old kick of laughing your fucking ass off at the game. Like
But like
I haven't had that in so long.
I get that as well, but I get like obviously I do find competitiveness in a lot of games, but I kind of like when you're like, like you used to play Black Ops Zombies. You were just like you were
Mm.
playing the game with your head, with your hands, and you were like half your brain was doing it, but
Oh
half
yeah,
it was
yeah,
just talking shit to your friends. You know
yeah.
what I mean? That you don't like. You weren't actually focusing 100% on the game because you were just like talking about the stupidest topics whatsoever. And probably would be in jail if half those
Yeah.
PlayStation like party chats went out live.
Like even like what 4 or 5 years ago when Black Ops 3 came out and the Rising Track, you know that map.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Me and my friends, and we still have never completed this day. We know like every step, and even we went back like probably I think we played it again like probably about a year ago, if maybe less, to try and do the Rising Track Easter egg again. Every single time we know every single step and what to do so perfectly. Like we can do every step pretty much first try, even to this day, like years later. But we just we just completely lose concentration at some point. And one person dies, another person dies, and then we're like, oh fuck, there's only one person left still running around the map, and they're being chased by every zombie in the map at like level fucking or like round fucking like 30, and they're just insta dead. And we're
That's
like,
the
fucking
worst bit
start
though.
again.
When like like someone said the worst thing is when someone said something funny, and like my issue is I say something that's so funny I can't then work properly.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't continue playing the game. I have to stop,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
the worst game for to tell me something funny because I piss myself laughing. I'd stop and it'd be like 100 zombies swarm me. I'm
Yeah.
like, how did you die? I'm like, you told me something funny. It was a terrible thing to do.
Yeah, I remember the amount of times I'm just like, my thumb is getting sore from holding the sprint button going around in zombies while I'm just pissing myself laughing at nothing. Like, the good old days really were just amazing though. Those were
I
like
used
definitely like the golden days, like between fucking like 2009 to fucking 2015,
2013.
2014. Yeah,
I want to say
2013 tops.
before. Would you play PS3 or like Xbox?
Yeah, I played
Like,
Xbox. I played
like, did
both,
you
but
did you
mostly
play
Xbox.
with your like friends though on those consoles?
Yeah, yeah,
They were better that like just before the new consoles came out because they
yeah,
had like in party chats, but like you could like just join a lobby and get called a
yeah.
very offensive term.
It was just everyone screaming at each other and just absolute hecticness.
Not that I wanted to go back to people calling each other offensive terms,
No.
but I mean like you would meet so many weirdos that you just start annoying
Yeah,
and just taking the piss out of, and they'd get so angry at you, and then they just start retaliating by calling you stupid shit, and you've just ruined their day.
yeah, pretty much. And then there's a lot of situations where like you even just meet like cool friends and stuff back then, like
Yeah,
playing
you
in
meet people
random
like
lobbies,
yeah.
and you actually meet cool people or interesting people, and people are just doing like weird shit, or people are just funny and interesting, and you actually meet like I remember meeting so many friends back then just through games. Like,
Now you don't meet anybody because you have to
no,
play in your own party and shit. It's like, ugh.
yeah. and no one wants to talk to each other, and everyone hates each other.
Well, it's nice to
But
see that GTA 5 is still the same because people just blow you up for no fucking reason
yeah,
whatsoever. It's the one thing about the game that has never changed.
I went up to GTA 5 and I was like, okay, everyone in this game is on an oppressor, so I basically need an oppressor to survive. And now it's
It-
done a full reverse. It's like if you're under oppressor, everyone in the lobby shoots you instantly because they think you're gonna fuck with them. But I literally just had an oppressor, so I was like, oh, it's actually a good way to get around though. And I was just like, and it also helps me like if other oppressors are on me, I can also fight them. But now it's just like everyone sees an oppressor and they're just like, nope,
Nope,
not
get over it.
today.
I. The
uh,
the worst way the presser is they've like I think they put a thing in where there's only a certain amount can be on the map at once.
yeah,
I'm like, this would have been very handy
when
a
it came
long
out,
time ago.
yeah. I also find it really annoying that you can't do like a lot of the stuff to make money in private lobbies because trying to do them in public lobbies is just so painful.
And yeah, so you're gonna get
Like,
blown up
yeah,
by
like you
some
just
stupid kid. I'll be funny plus C4 and you're paying you just
you're lagging
like
a
then the
lot.
next time you met no.
Hold on, you're lagging a lot. Wait a second. Okay, talk again.
You hear me? I'm lagging still.
Yeah, you're still lagging.
Fuck.
Do you have a connection error?
No. My internet's still fine. It's saying,
Okay, yeah, we might be alright now.
am I all right now?
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yeah.
What I was saying, just cut back into me saying talking and not the lagged version. Like I get so angry at people playing that game when they kill me. I would
Mm.
like if I had a load of shit I was trying to sell, I would get like I get the person I'm playing with to get everything they possibly can, the biggest
Oh yeah.
weapons and shit, and we just murder this kid for an hour straight. Every
Yeah.
time he respawns, he dies instantly.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta teach them a lesson. And it's always like the level
I teach
fucking
you no messing,
50
young man.
kid. It's like some level like 30 or 40 kid who just like literally just turned on the game for the first time ever, and they like blow up you and you're like excuse me, you know who I am? Like,
Do you know who you're blowing up right now?
listen here, you little shit. Like, it's so fucking annoying. Yeah, that game is it's just a pain in the ass. Bring GTA 6 out, please. Like, I just don't want the game anymore. So everything is just costs money, and it's just you basically can't play the game without buying shark cards at this point.
At this point, yeah, if you didn't start like years ago, you're fucked,
Yeah,
basically.
and I feel like yeah, GTA was so good back in the days. Like me and my friends used to like we'd even when we had money and stuff for in the game, we were trying to do our own jobs. We'd always go into like private lobbies and we'd just start fucking around with anything possible, like whatever we could do, whatever like bug or whatever was fucking could just mess up our cars, or we could just do dumb stuff. Because that game is just an absolute like
Lich Fest, dude. You
field
can do
day.
anything.
Yeah, it's
Like
just everything. Like just watching fucked up shit happen in that game has brought me some of the biggest, like just the most like stomach hurting laughs I've ever had, just from that game. Like, but at this point, I feel like I did that for like so many years that I'm like when I go into even to private lobbies now, I'm like I don't really feel like there's not anything to do anymore.
yeah.
It's like all the fucking cool and funny glitches have all been kind of rubbed out, and it's all like even the fun stuff to do is kind of not fun anymore because you've done it so many times. It's kind of just recycling the same things, and it's like yeah, it's fun, but it's like I don't know, I never get that same kind of vibes off it anymore.
Some of the funnest, like one of the funnest things I can think of that I ever did in it, and it was with Ben, who's like a friend of this podcast, Ben Aggro Knight. We were playing it one day, and he kept fucking killing me, and he never killed me. Like he like never ever killed me.
Yeah.
So I was always like murdering him, and he kept killing me one day. I was like, my head wasn't proper. He started killing me in all the missions and stuff. So there's a bit in the airport, and I just drove a car into like this little locker room area, and then into this back area where like you probably should have never been able to get a car into. Ben spent like an hour flying over trying to figure out where the fuck I was,
Fuck's sake.
and him just getting more angry and angry that he could not find me was probably like the funniest thing ever.
Remember us getting so pissed off trying to do that heist for like 4 hours?
Oh, that was it? I don't even know what the name of the heist
I
was.
can't remember the name. It's like the one on the island.
And then like what would happen is I'd fuck it up and everyone go, for fuck's sake, Luke. And then like Nathan fuck it up and no one would say it. And I'd be like, for fuck's sake, Nathan. And then I'm like, no, Nathan was right. I'm like, he did the same thing I did. I was always the victim.
No, it's because you were like, at least when we got caught, or me and Ben got caught, right? At least when we got caught, we didn't like, we weren't doing dumb shit. Like we would like just, it would just be some fucking bullshit reason or someone we just didn't see, and they were just like happened to see us. You were just running around like just fucking shooting people as if it was like literally like a war zone. I was like, what the fuck, like Luke, and then you get caught. And we're like, why are you just running around like an idiot? Like just fucking chill, you ADHD cunt. Like why can't you just sit down for 2 seconds and just wait so we can actually see who's around the place? And then we eventually got it down so perfectly. And then the end, like remember we actually finished the heist after 4 hours. It
Oh,
was like 2 o'clock in the morning. We all went to go to bed at like 11, so we finally finished it, and we got an error. We
yeah.
didn't get any of the money, and I think I cried myself to sleep that night. I actually just never.
That was the worst.
I haven't played the game besides RP. I haven't played the game since that.
Jesus. Me too. I actually think I've played it since either.
I just, it just gives me too much trauma. I don't want to go back. One of the funnest times I actually had on GTA as well, on the topic, before we do anything else. Me and my friends like Noel and Kyle and Sean would remember this. So like us four used to always go to the train, and it was most like it's most like simple thing, right? But we'd literally get like a random NPC car, and we'd like just mess around crashing it into the train and crashing into each other, and we'd all be like trying to get to the front of the train so the train is pushing us instead of driving. But then like someone would come along and just hit you off and they'd take it, and their cars would get to the point where they're just so horribly fucked up, like they're just like, it's like glitchily bad. It's like no car in real life could ever function in a way like that, but the car is just bent in so many weird ways, and we'd just be pissing ourselves laughing at how the cars look. Like there's just cars that are just like in S shapes and shit, and it just looked so, they're like impossible to drive, but we're still just crashing them into the train because the
I
train
know the
doesn't
exact
massively
thing you're
move.
on about though, because we did like I did that as well when I was like playing with people, where you just be talking and you hit the car and you fuck it up. And you're like,
Yeah.
how bad can I make this car possibly
Yeah,
look?
we used to doing that with the train. I actually recommend anyone to go back and do that with your friends. Just fuck around with cars in at the train. It's the funniest thing ever. Like it just gets so horribly messed up. It's amazing. I remember one time we tried to like, we got like fire trucks, and at one of the bridges for the train, we like lined them up so they were like covering the hole, so that like when the train drove into it, it would just completely break, and like the whole game got so messed up from it. It was like the fucking fire trucks went glitching around. We all got sent miles. It was amazing.
Did you play? I know we're talking about nostalgia games, but kind of at the point that GTA's been out so long, I think it's older than me.
Yeah.
Did you play any Lego games as a kid?
Yep. Lego Star
What ones
Wars.
did you play? No, is that the best Lego Star Wars game of all time?
It's just the best Lego game of all time.
Thank you, thank you. Because
That
there's like this whole argument there's on like Reddit where I saw where people are like the game's not that good. I'm like, are you joking
It's
me?
so, that game was so goated. Like even the sound effects, everything in that game was so good. Like, oh, that game was fucking amazing. I loved it so much.
I'm playing it with Kate recently, and like she every time like she comes over to mine, she's like, so we're gonna play Lego Star Wars. I'm like, like what? You not like wanna watch a movie? Do you wanna go out somewhere? Do you wanna do something? He's no, I'm trying to play Lego Star Wars. I'm like,
How the turns table.
yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I'm a bit weird about this.
I don't
And
know.
then,
I don't know. This is my thing, motherfucker. Get off my fucking thing.
I'm the gamer here.
It's like, how would you feel if I just turned up your house and started to do makeup, huh? How would you fucking
Yeah.
feel?
He's like, I quite like that shit. Well,
What now?
you'll see your gaming podcast.
Yeah, bitch. The fuck?
But
That's
that's
why
the best.
I'm
Like,
the main hoe.
yeah. Are you?
Yeah. Shh, don't tell her. She doesn't.
Don't tell her.
She won't listen to 45 minutes into the podcast.
No, she won't. She probably will, to be honest, as well.
Kate, don't. I don't want to. I don't want to see one DM off you, motherfucker. He's mine. uh,
Why was she ringing you? She was dying of a painful death. Oh, what a whore.
well, that's one bit of competition off the table.
What was that? Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Oh, so sad. So sad.
Also, as well, I played a lot of wrestling games as a kid. Like,
Yeah, I played
I
a lot of them
went
too,
out of my
actually.
way to own every wrestling game from my date of birth to now, like physical.
Nice. Yeah, I
And
remember playing like the SmackDown versus Raw games. They were pretty good fun.
Did you ever play Here Comes the Pain?
I don't think so.
I will make you play Here Comes the Pain one day. It is. I made a list of my top 15
Please
like
don't add it
favorite
to
games of all
Steam.
time.
Please don't add it to Steam. Please don't add it
No,
to
they
Steam.
won't because it's THQ. Yeah, that really successful company.
Thank God.
But yeah, that's like I put that as my favorite game of all time. That's my favorite game of all time. Wrestling game from
On
2003.
that note, then what is my favorite game of all time? See, I have like different kind of like of what genre it is of what's my favorite. Like for storyline games, like for like solo player, single player games, God of War is just like the PS4 version that came out. What was it, like 2019, 2018? That game
Yeah,
is fucking phenomenal.
I still need to play that. But when I get a
Oh
PS5, apparently you get it free because all the PlayStation hits are free.
yeah.
So when I get a PS5, I'll play it.
If you ever get a PS5, there's still like just not being
At
able
the,
to sell
yeah.
anywhere because they get sold out instantly.
Also, I haven't turned on like any other console bar Switch in like a year.
I literally use my PC and that's it.
I
But
play GameCube, Switch, and PC. They could be the three weirdest.
my my PC is the only thing I use at this point. My PS4 is it's literally sitting on the floor, literally on the floor, but it's like plugged in and all, but I just don't touch it. My
Fair.
favorite game, yeah. So for storyline games, God of War, and then other than that, I don't know what would be my like actual all-time favorite. There's a lot of games I like for different reasons, I guess. But yeah, for
I picked
storyline
my
games,
favorite on like complete replayability and like held up well because I like GTA 4. Game looks terrible.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
true. For replayability, honestly, I'd nearly give it to some of the COD games, the other COD games. Modern Warfare 2, maybe. Modern Warfare 3, maybe.
No, we should do actually. We should like load up Modern Warfare 2 and just do the special ops together because I feel like
Yeah,
that would be great because the two of us would fucking kill each other.
yeah. We should do that at some point. We could play zombies on stream at some point as well. That'd be pretty fun.
That's true. I think the Call of Duty's going cheap now. Well, not cheap because it's so expensive. It's like
Yeah.
25 € on Steam, but that's the cheapest I've seen it. Even
Yeah,
on
isn't
like,
Black Ops 3 out like really cheap on Steam now?
I'm not playing Black Ops 3. Fuck that now.
But for the zombies though.
At
Fucking
that point, can
fuck.
I just play it on my PlayStation because I'm not paying
Yeah.
all the DLC again?
Yeah, true. I literally just get the Horizon Direct to play it though. But that's just so I can stream it on fucking on thingy. But I wonder is it cross-plat?
Could
I
be.
doubt it. Maybe. But that could be interesting. Playing zombies on stream would actually be pretty fun. It's a good hours of content as well.
Yeah, but what would happen is we get real depressed after like a 55 round streak.
Oh, trust me, I'll be going for like the fucking. Once I have the electric bow, I'm unstoppable. I can train zombies in that place forever.
What
Like,
was the gun I used to always use? Something like the IC something.
oh, the ICU. I think it was
No,
something
you
like
don't
that.
see me.
Wait, do I? I think it was something like that. I know
The
I know,
ICR.
ICR. That's it. Yeah, I know the one you're talking
That
about.
was my favorite. That was
Yeah,
that was so OP.
that was pretty OP. Man of War was fucking goaded. That gun was fucking.
Oh, that was yeah.
That gun was so strong.
And if you were spicy and you could use it, the Havoc,
Yeah, the Havoc was pretty good as well. I was really that
really
game.
underrated.
I was insane on that game. I got the first set of weapons I got diamond on that game.
What?
Pistols, which is like normally everyone's last. But I used to go on like hardcore, and it was so easy to get diamond on hardcore
You
with
weren't
pistols.
you weren't playing on hardcore. You were playing on Virginity War,
I was yeah, literally. It was
Virginity mode.
literally it was just head tap because like the even the main pistol it was a one shot headshot. So I was just going bop 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 bop. Bop. I literally had like the fucking diamond on those camos so quickly it was ridiculous.
Fuck
I
that.
think I got them done in like it probably took me like 2 hours per gun.
The only time I ever like fully maxed out a gun, I in like Modern Warfare in like any Call of Duty was Modern Warfare 2 with the Scar L. I got like every camo for that, but
Yeah,
apart from that,
I
was
did that.
just not arsed.
No, every single COD I always like. If you even remember a couple of months ago, I was doing it with Cold War. I always try to go for camos because it gives me something to do other than just playing COD. Because I played
Fair.
CODs for so many years that just playing COD is just like I'm just playing COD. So it gives me something to actually like go for in the game or something to aim for. Or else I just get stuck using the same gun that's really OP, just like everyone else, and then like until the new
Yeah,
update
like
comes out. That's the
yeah,
shit.
The only time I've ever been happy about a DLC weapon was in Black Ops 2 with the Peacekeeper, because that gun was
Oh, Peacekeeper's amazing, yeah.
that was great. But apart from that, I don't think
And a
I think
hot
I was
take,
always in the
Advanced
same.
Warfare was actually a good game.
No, that's not a hot take. And I've actually put that as the worst Call of Duty I've ever
Yeah,
played.
see, you probably just didn't play it enough. Infinite
No, I
Warfare is
didn't.
by far the worst COD ever made. You
No,
think Infinite
Infinite
Warfare?
Warfare was better.
Huh?
Yeah, Infinite
No
Warfare
fuck.
was actually better.
No,
It
trust
was
me.
more
If you
playable,
if you
and
go
Kevin Spacey wasn't in the campaign.
no, if you actually if you go play the fucking Advanced Warfare is actually so good. I don't think people gave it enough chance. Thing is though, I think by the time Infinite Warfare came out, because what happened was between those games, so Advanced Warfare came out and people actually really liked it at first, but everyone's like, oh, this is really cool. It's like interesting. It's different. It's a different kind of COD. So everyone's like, oh, this is cool. And then they were they had already literally after Infinite Warfare came or Advanced Warfare came out, they'd started making Infinite Warfare. But then Infinite Warfare took longer, and they had finished Black Ops 3 before Infinite Warfare was meant to come out. Or like Infinite Warfare was meant to come out before Black Ops 3, and then they were like, oh, but we have Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare isn't finished. So let's just put out Black Ops 3. So they put out Black Ops 3, and everyone's like, okay, Black Ops 3 is still a really good game. And then they're like, yeah, so we're bringing out Infinite Warfare, and everyone's like, we don't want the futuristic shit anymore. Like by the end of like Black Ops 3, everyone's like, oh, Black Ops 3 was actually really good, but we don't want the futuristic shit anymore. We want to go back to normal COD. They're like, yeah, it was cool. It was a nice little period, but we want to go back to normal COD. And they're like, actually, about that.
Here's Call of Duty Remastered. Please fucking buy the
Yeah,
game.
we've already made this game. So
So
we spent a lot of money on this, so you're gonna have to take it. But yeah, we'll remaster this for you, so have fun. But yeah,
I just preferred Infinite Warfare because it had really good zombies, unlike Advanced Warfare, which
Advanced
had
Warfare Zombies was actually alright. Infinite Warfare was
I
terrible in every sense, every single
no
sense.
the zombies, there was a really weird take on zombies
The
in
multiplayer was just
Infinite
so
Warfare.
shit. Like zombies, I didn't even, I hardly ever touched it. The game was just terrible. And the thing I
Maybe
liked,
you haven't played that game enough.
no, I played Infinite Warfare for ages, and I was just like, this game is just so boring.
I think I played Advanced Warfare more than I played Infinite Warfare, but I think Infinite Warfare was better for me. I just
I
think Advanced
literally,
Warfare had so many like multiplayer issues where like you were hitting people, like the hit marker thing for ages was terrible.
I always found their hit marker really satisfying.
Or not the hit marker, sorry, that you'd get it like you'd be shooting someone and like you'd be point blank range and it'd just be like, none of these
Oh,
bullets are
okay,
gonna
that
hit
that's
him.
just every COD though. Come on, like I
No, this
literally,
that game was the worst for it. There was meant of times I've like hit people point blank range or try to stab someone standing right next to them, and it's like,
because I did so many like
no,
sniper 1v1s with my friends on Black Ops 3, and the amount of times I am literally like the only thing I can see on my screen holding a sniper in my hand is their fucking player, and like it's just the fucking character, and I shoot and somehow it just misses. I'm like, that just doesn't logically. My gun is inside their throat. There's no fucking way I can. The gun just goes left, or like you don't shoot a bullet and it just goes right, like just 90 degrees right out of the barrel. It just doesn't happen. But like
what was that game we were playing? Oh yeah, remember in fucking we were playing Rainbow on the top of like the medic guy. What was his name?
Rainbow.
Remember playing Rainbow and you remember the medic guy, the guy who's the Rainbow Six.
Oh, Rainbow Six. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
What was the medic guy's name? Doc.
Doc. Yeah.
Do you remember you kept trying to shoot the me and you the 1v1s and like every time you tried to shoot the head, the bullet went straight through his head because
Oh
it
yeah,
didn't.
because
The
the
top
fucking,
of his helmet
yeah,
didn't
the
count to his
helmet doesn't
face.
count. Yeah, that was the problem. I can literally see your head and I'm shooting and it just does nothing.
That was how I tested if you were there. I'd pop my head like
Yeah.
helmet up for a second, he's shooting, go, he's down there. So Nathan,
Mhm.
what are you playing? What you watching? And what you doing?
Okay, so this is actually I actually have stuff for this week. So at the weekend, I was like, I'm so burnt out from playing Apex. I'm so burnt out. Like, I don't even like. I'm actually still having fun on Apex, but it's like the season is kind of just weird. Like this season has been really strange, and I'm like, I don't know what else. I literally can't find anything else to play. Then I go on. I'm like flicking through the Steam store. Like, is there anything here to play? And I see a fucking gem, a hidden gem for 40% off. Slime Rancher, £6, right? $6. And I'm like, easy cop. Slime Rancher 2 is coming out later in the year. I'm buying this. And I started playing. I literally played Slime Rancher on like Saturday night till about fucking like 2 a.m. just sitting there by myself with lo-fi beats. And then yesterday I was like, I need a chill weekend. I'm so tired before I work because this week's gonna be hectic. And then as of recording this, but I was like, I'm gonna just chill and play this game. Playing that game with lo-fi beats and just collecting slimes and just that game is so good. And it literally was like €6 and it was like 500 megabytes to download. Literally 500, not even a gigabyte. So it downloaded like literally instantly. And I was like, I can just play this like straight away. And I was just playing it like for hours. And the thing was about that game is, it's like I'm playing it and an hour feels like 5 minutes. Like you get so immersed in it. It's actually
Look,
dangerous. It's a dangerous game because you can just sit there playing it for so many hours. You're like, you just lose track of time. It's so fun,
and it's a first-person shooter,
and it's a first-person shooter.
so
No, it's a first
not
person.
even surprised.
It's a first-person sucker, really.
Oh,
You're just sucking up all the slime.
that that should have been like fucking. That should have been the slat like the tag for this
The
game.
slogan.
Slime monster sucking up the slime.
I mean, it's yeah. The game was a, and it's like bass is kind of weird, but it's like it's just so satisfying. Like, cause like it was actually really frustrating. Cause you could like go and find all these keys to like open up different parts of the map, and then the different parts of the map have different like slimes in it. But it's so satisfying when you find the different slime, like a slime you haven't seen before, and you like collect them, and you can start making farms of them and combining them with other slimes, and then you can start making loads of money off it. The game's really fun. I haven't finished it yet. Like I've gone quite far into it now. Literally in the 2 days I played it, but a really good game. I do recommend it. It's on Steam for sale right now. So well, as of right now, but even still, if it's not on sale when you go on there, it's definitely a fucking great game to play before the second one comes out. I'm really looking forward to it. And there's a lot more in it than I remembered, because I remember playing Jacksepticeye or watching Jacksepticeye play it like years ago when it first came out, and there's even more in it than I thought there was. It's a really fun game. And then
Did you
other than
find
that,
you got slimed a lot in the game?
yeah, a lot of slime, and then slime all over me and shit.
Ooh. Uh,
And then other than that, yeah, I'm still just like watching. I've finished Drive to Survive, but I'm still just watching F1 stuff, and I started watching The Office again today actually, so I need to actually
oh, what a
watch
great
that.
show.
I need to actually
I've
watch
not
the
seen
whole
it
thing.
before.
Not all of it. I've seen bits of it.
Oh,
I've seen like a few episodes
so
here and
good.
there, but I'm gonna watch the whole thing now because I was like, all right, I have nothing else to watch, so I might as well watch The Office. Because actually, it is like a humor I really like, but I just haven't sat down to watch it.
I know everyone goes like, "Oh, it's such a good show," but it is actually such a good show. Like, it's not
Yeah,
overhyped.
I feel like for like kind of like comedies like that, I kind of like prefer watching them with people, but I'm lonely and sad, so I watch them by
I
myself,
kind
I
of,
guess.
I kind of just like that. It's like if you work in like a place like that, similar to that, or like you
Yeah,
work in like a retail place, it's kind of like a
it's relatable.
yeah, it's kind of related. That's it, relatable comedy.
Yeah,
That's what
relatable
it's more
comedy.
like.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
yeah, it's really good. So what have you been watching or playing, my boy?
Last night I watched a movie that I used to love as a kid, and I loved it again. But then looked at the reviews from it, and apparently everybody hated this movie.
What movie is it?
Employee of the Month.
I've never heard of it.
It got 20% on Rotten
Oh,
Tomatoes. And I'm like,
that's
I love this movie. What happened? This was such a funny movie. I laughed. I knew all the
that.
jokes.
See,
I still
Luke.
laughed.
See, like maybe you should start listening to the world. Everyone always tells you just do things wrong, and you're just like, but this is great.
There's another one. I finished Sonic Forces today. Like I started yesterday and I finished it today. I've already finished it before, but this is like a very not liked Sonic game. And I'm like, I really enjoyed it.
You really just like shit that no one else
Yeah,
likes.
it's not even a hipster way. It's just in a
Yeah,
terrible
it's
taste of
actually
things
funny.
way.
Like knowing Luke, it's not even a hipster way. It's not even like he just likes it because other people dislike it. He just happens to like it. And he's like, wait, why does everyone else don't like this?
And
It's
then
just like your just taste in shit is so horribly bad, but it's like funny.
it's it's such a good game, and everyone always gives it shit. And I'm like, I like this. It's very good. It's a Sonic game where you don't really play as Sonic, which sounds really stupid, but um,
Uh,
yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I think my PC completely like wiped itself out the other
oh
week.
yeah,
So
I like the
I have
worst
like,
time as well.
yeah, we're in the middle of a stream, and I'm like, Nathan, and he's like, yeah, I'm like, whole screen's gone black.
And then he just goes quiet, and I don't hear from him for like an hour.
And
And then he's like, "Yeah, my PC just broke." And I'm just like, "Oh, cool, man."
I had to reset everything, so I lost everything I had. I got
S-
nothing important on it.
Oh, easy way to clear up those files.
Yeah, Jesus, I'm gonna caught now for having feet pics of Pokimane.
Pokemon speed.
It's
Why is that the first thing that came to your head?
I just thought, what's a weird thing to have that's not like too bad? And then like, what's a weird
So
thing?
for some,
What's a famous woman?
don't let the pokey stands here you call him that weird.
She's
You'll
so alt though.
you'll be shunned from Twitch. You'll have to go to Facebook streaming.
I'd probably get more views on her, let's be real.
Probably. 40-year-old men have no idea what's going on.
He keeps calling me a noob. What's happening, Harold?
Maybe if I give him more money.
He'll stop calling him. They're just bullying old men to give me money. It's the
Where's
opposite of an OnlyFans.
where do I bet on the race?
Completely rigged race on GTA. They think it's real.
We just put on F1 in like the easiest fucking mode. Easy mode.
Bar playing like Lego Star Wars Arcade, I'm not really doing anything else. I started playing Saints Row 2 last night as well.
I seen
Like I
that.
put
Yeah, I
it on
seen you
for an
on that.
hour. I'm like, this game is so terrible looking,
Yeah, that was a
but it's
game I played when
really
I was younger.
fun to play.
Yeah, I remember playing that when I was younger as well. It's actually another game I played when I was younger. I used to always play it with cheats, and it was so fun.
The first thing I did was I put a lot of cheats on and I went to
Yeah,
the shopping mall. It's
yeah,
have you got the shopping mall now?
yeah,
It's like the best place. And I just
yeah.
put a lot of cheats on, pop
I
a
used
car
to
down.
literally spend my fucking days there putting on loads of cheats. It was great. Yeah, it was Saints Row is kind of weird. It's just like a GTA. It's like beta GTA.
But the thing is though, it knows it's a BTA. It's
Yeah,
a BTEC GTA. So
BTA.
like it's a BTA. I nearly said BTS.
BTS. Oh, we're back here.
If we're back to somewhere back to BTS. That's great.
We were
Um,
talking about BTS before the stream. By the way,
being a being a part of an Avengers.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, North Korean Avengers.
no, see, here's the thing. We didn't say they were North Korean. We said they were kidnapped by North Korea to be part of the
Yeah,
Avengers.
yeah.
This was a very weird conversation we
Yeah,
had.
just don't question it. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that Aluminium Man and Captain Korea are the greatest North Korean Avengers I've ever heard of.
White Widow.
White Widow because they don't like black people. Do
Yeah, it all adds up.
you remember the interview, the movie, The Interview?
Yeah, I don't remember it, but I remember the film. I know the film you're talking about. Yeah. I don't remember much
Apparently
about it.
apparently they sent over like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I was always told this. They sent over like DVD players and like the DVDs of it in Korean to like over the border, like on a big balloon, like several balloons just to give to the Korean people.
Oh my god.
Don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I was always told.
North Koreans are like, the legendary interview
Oh, thank God for Seth Rogen,
that came from the sky.
two most famous people to ever exist.
Ugh. Going to North Korea, I've seen the people that go to North Korea and they're like, it's so like weirdly strict. It's like when you go to statues, you can't record them or take photos of them. You have to like
They actually
bow to
tell you
them
to
and
take
give,
photos
yeah,
of.
yeah. They tell you exactly, yeah, exactly. You have to. Apparently, there's like a statue, and it's like I can't remember which statue. I don't know which statue it is, but there's like a guy who went to one of the statues and he's like, you can only take photos of the full thing. You can't take photos of it like a part of it, just the head or just the body of it. You have to take it of a full thing, and like you can't cut any
Like,
of it off.
I remember watching one, and it's like, why is just this big statue of Seth Rogen here? It's pretty weird. It's like North Korea. How do they know who Seth Rogen is? And then I'm like, oh, the interview, that's
The
why.
yeah, Seth Rogen right up there with Kim.
Just him and Kim together. Like it's just actually it's a recreation of a selfie with their two arms around each other
Yeah,
pointing, but they just made it into a statue.
it's like a snip from the film because it's the only picture of Seth Rogen they had. They just put him beside Kim. Oh, that's amazing.
So somehow we've got on the Seth Rogen being a North Korean leader.
What is this podcast?
I don't even know
I hope
anymore.
you motherfuckers enjoy.
I-
You ready? You want to end this because it's just
Yes.
it's not a rabbit
Before-
hole.
Yeah, let's just remember to always bow and pray for your leader,
Yeah,
Seth Rogen.
we've got that like dark 3 a.m. side of YouTube now. That's
Yeah.
the kind of podcast we're doing.
I'm just picturing the statue, like it's like this huge statue of Seth Rogen.
Just like
Uh.
posing with Kim. Holding up some gang signs.
Oh my, yeah, they're like holding the blood and the Crip sign. And then like underneath it's like on the plaque for it, it's a Tupac quote. It just says, "Why
Yeah.
can't we be friends?"
Oh my
Okay, thank you for
god.
listening to the
Yeah, thank you.
podcast.
Hope you enjoyed. If you haven't already, like, sub,
Check out our links
subscribe, as
below.
Luke would say. Yeah, links, crazy.
Yeah, subscribe,
Because we're about to stream
subscribe.
right now, so be there, you know me.
Yeah, if you're watching this now and you didn't be there in time to
Yeah.
whenever
Wait,
this
what
went
the
up,
fuck?
the
Yeah.
fuck, bro,
If you didn't, like,
pretty
instantly
weird.
go to our Twitch channels as soon, like, if you made it an hour and 6 minutes into bullshit talk and you haven't, like, followed our Twitches, what is wrong with you? Why
No,
are you
you are
here?
okay. You are a normal person, but you're not that normal for going that hour in though.
Yeah.
So
I hope you're asleep.
yeah,
You just
you're
left
not
the
even listening to
podcast
this.
on.
Ooh,
Give us watch
I'm your
time. Watch
dream.
time is important for us. Give us watch time, cunts.
Someone's gonna wake up and go, "I had a weird dream about Seth Rogen being a North Korean leader." Just end it, end it, end it, just end it.
They're in work. They're like, I had this crazy dream last night.
Seth Rogen was a North Korean leader, and he was part of the North Korean Avengers.
He flew in on balloons.
BTS was there. They were like kidnapped Avengers who had superpowers.
There was White Widow and Aluminium Man.
Captain Korea gave me his sword, his sword, his shield.
His sword. It's a complete alternate universe. Oh, fuck this. See you later, guys.
Bye.